Heal Horrors Heal. We are back.
Nintendo.
Sheila, please get off there, would you?
You too will come to understand fear as I have.
Being able to see will be an advantage. So, I think when sooner rather than later, anyway, I'm going to try and essentially have to move this streaming setup to be upstairs, not to be playing on the 4K TV, unless I'm specifically using the PS4. But for doing the retro streaming, I'll have to do it from upstairs because it's kind of untenable doing it via so many different go-betweens, especially the AV unit. Is probably especially adding to the lag, and that's not really benefiting me in any way, shape, or form, is it? The answer is no, incidentally. Anyway, I'm not sure how I categorize what I'm doing. Thank you for once again jumping up to the most inconvenient location you could, Shilip. That's really good. I was hoping you would do that. Shilip's now poised looking at the microphone. Incidentally, if she starts chirping, you'll definitely be picking her up this time. Anyway. I think it's time. Time to enter the horrific world of eternal darkness. That kind of sounds a bit ridiculous, but you know what I mean. Anyway, last time we were playing, we were in Well, we were on Memory Card 2, and we were Peter Jacob. He was in World War One, and he is in the French cathedral where we've had all sorts of evil hijinks in the past. What with Father Paul, and also with the young knight fella whose name currently escapes me. I should really grab the guidebook for reference. But anyway, we'll be going back here. We'd made a bit of progress last time. In fact, we were already in the basement of the church, where it's kind of more so becoming an evil temple. You know, evil temples are a negative these days. Heck, they weren't even so positive back when we were but a medieval knight. So, hopefully these are both here. Away we go. The darkness comes. Yeah, and hopefully you can hear me fine too. Let me know if it's too deafeningly loud. I can certainly turn it down. But we were in the basement. And here we are. Got a two-edged sword. Health could be doing a lot better. Health could be doing a whole lot better. But I can't remember what my spells are. So let's have a goosey gander and see. Our spells are... Recovery is up. Let's do a bit of that, shall we? This is the Yeti microphone, Andrea. I may need to adjust the back of it. I was very tired of wearing the headset. I was very tired of wearing the headset. It was actually wrecking me. Feels a wee bit laggier than normal. But there's not really much I can do about that there. This is laggy in its nature, a bit like zombies, you know? Now, where had I been heading? I think I was just about to go through this door and probably towards certain terror. Let's have a gander. Yeah, we're descending further down. But like status quo. Or if you want to pronounce it correctly, status quo. Yeah, let's not stay in there. I'd be better preparing for that one. What was my spells again? So, quick spells. So, I've got a shield, which I should probably go for. And enchanting item, I'm probably actually better going for the opposing element, really. But I'll go for a shield first. You know, not dying tends to be a positive. Most of the button clicks are being picked up. I will turn that, hopefully, down. Give me 2 seconds to see. Hopefully you can still hear me fine. As for the buttons, hopefully you won't hear them quite as bad, but there's not really much I can do about those, I'm afraid. So, spell list. We are going to enchant this item. Hopefully we'll just do it level 3 so we can actually cast the goddamn thing. And we're going to enchant our spell. So, are the button clicks as bad now? Well, you'll find out in a second. Hi, buddy. He's not like that. Getting fucked up by those guys, though, which is nice. Use the focus on him, pricks. Wow, he absolutely wrecked that sheep. That was a high level sheep. Same time, probably mainly thanks to these guys. Oh, they are not playing ball this at all. Right, wreck the shop. Will he die? So it's like the weaker level Xbox, isn't it? From what I'm aware, anyway. You know, having killed that guy, I can never be arsed fighting those guys, so I wouldn't mind just saving very quickly for that. Not over you, though. Peter Jacob. But yeah, I'm not that bothered about the new Xbox because I'd simply not be buying one anyway, you know? Just literally no interest. I actually have to sell the Xbox One that I do have because, well, I've literally no use for it anymore. I got it to stream Deadly Premonition since it was the most stable version I knew of. And yeah, as you both know, I done streaming Deadly Premonition. Oh, it's those guys. Well, I'm glad I noticed quick enough and wasn't warped to Trapperland. Oh shit, having said that... yeah, like, there were literally no exclusives for the, oh. Oopsie. Shouldn't he have wigged out and... well, we'll take this here. Milky blue bottle stands on the altar. We got a magical elixir. Hey, what's that actually do? That sounds tasty. Ah, this is actually recover my magic. Well, that there it does sound fantastic, and don't get me wrong, it is quite fantastic. However, we have issues, basically. And that is, we're gonna need that there very soon for something much more important than trappers or regular mobs. We'll be dealing with something that we seen the last time we were in this temple. Anyway, the ancient stone is drenched in blood, scarred by countless strikes of sacrificial knife. The stone reeks of pain and torment inflicted upon it. The air is cold, filled with lingering spirits. Peter can feel their sudden despair as they witnessed every sacrifice with horror and disgust. They writhe in dagger with his every breath, begging for the help he cannot give, for release from their unholy tomb. Well, that's all positive. However, this is a horror game, so, you know. What do you want, kid? What do you want? Jesus, Peter's slow ass mother. But yeah, I've honestly no interest in getting that Xbox Andrea. It's just no point for me to get one, I'm afraid. It'll just not be of any use. Oh, here's these bollockses. It's Trapperland. I don't know if I can avoid Trapperland. Yeah, I was gonna say. They're literally giving me no maneuverability, and if you stand on them, they will always send you to Trapperland. Give me a purple. I ain't going near... oh. I have to go over near him, too. Whoopsie. Mostly coming nice. Mostly. What? Gotta hit my HP, but let's just get out of here. In a way, that was actually the best thing that could have happened. I'll take the hit on my sanity, alright. 360 was grand. I mean, I still hate the Xbox controllers, even though people seem pretty enamored with them. But other than that, there, like, I mean, it was as good as, you know, PS3. PS3 was pretty terrible when it started out, and then, you know, got better exclusives as it went along. What have we got here? A tattered letter lies forgotten on the chair. Peter's found the soldier's letter. As you can guess, these are going to be getting increasingly more dark. The table is stacked full of occult items, far beyond anything Peter had expected. He uncovers bizarre drawings of unnatural creatures, animated corpses, and other ethereal nightmares, which he's already met, incidentally. But let's read this letter. Third letter from Private Reginald Jackson to his love, Margaret. It's been 2 weeks since Haskell went missing, and I'm afraid to go asleep. More than once I saw shadows of people moving past my bed, peeking through the blinds to see a wounded soldier being taken from his bed, drugged and delirious in the dead of the night, never to be seen again, as Haskell was, perhaps as I will be. What happened to them, I don't know. I am afraid to ask what happened, for I know that I would surely be the next one to be taken into the darkness. Well, yeah, things are getting worse for old Reggie. Much worse for old Reggie. But I think we need some sort of key item here. Row upon row of books dedicated to occult lore and arcane science, from the ludicrous to the most hideously unholy. Shelf appears to be recessed into the wall. Not quite as flush as the others. Almost as if it could slide inward. Should Peter push the shelf? Yes, he progress in the game, right? Yeah, the Xbox, the original Xbox 360 was grand, but I mean, the Xbox One was just nothing to impress off from me. The only thing that's kind of appealing is the whole idea of the Game Pass, which is, you know, quite a good idea. Essentially the whole Netflix but for games, you know. Can't really argue with that concept. Can you give me a blue, please? Give me a blue, please. Oh yeah, I can't cast spells in Trapper Dimension. Fuck it, I'll just get it. Screw you guys, I'm going home. By and large, like, original Xbox, fine, you know. 360, please, keep getting the name wrong. The original Xbox, kind of useless, to say the least. Oh, you fucking kidding me. Back to Trapperland. There wasn't really much I could do about going to Trapperland when there was monsters there. But, hey, if you give me a blue, yeah. Ah, bollocks. Oh well, hits me at least I can get full health back. And he missed. Well, screw you, buddy. Quite willing to take the sanity hit just to get past it. Mystical quest for a dead relative. You'll have to explain, Louise. I suppose you're referring to this game, are you? Spell list. So let's see. We are going to recover sanity a wee bit, just to be sure. Just to be sure. Right. And a key lies upon the accursed shrine, glinting in the soft candlelight. And we got the Binding Hall key, which, yeah, that's where we're going next, and it's gonna be a laugh riot. For our Pedro here. Depends on the relative, Andre. There'd be quite a few dead ones that'd probably be like, yeah, you know what, you're nothing to me. I'd do one from a granny. But, Granda? Never met him. Oh, bollocks to you. Did he respawn? He fucking respawned, didn't he? That's my excuse and I'm sticking to it. Hey, aren't you supposed to stay still when I stare at you? like on anyone on my dad's side of the family, like, you know, dead or alive, I'd be like, I ain't doing a mystical quest for you. Not even if I get, like, you know, a lifetime supply of minis after it. The lifetime supply of minis sounds tempting right now, but no. No, not even for that. Well, sanity's really taking a battering now. See? This was the mining hall, I'm correct? The door is locked. Well, that's why we've got a key. Secret. Forthcoming. Bugger it after this. You. Get lost. And you. Bam, bam, bam. Well, this is not an ideal weapon to have here. Got the Dark Souls problem with the weapon clunking against the wall. Hey, off goes your head. And 3 years respawns. Bam, bam. Hurrah! You got less of a Dutch camera angle now. I'll recover it a teensy bit more. Oh, what's wrong, shit? We're all shielded up. We should be ready for anything. Except giant great ones, obviously. I keep going for the wrong memory card, that's a plus. I don't know why I haven't just switched the memory cards around, incidentally. You think that would be the sensible solution? This is potentially why I've not done it yet. But yeah, there's going to be more horrors as we descend further into the cathedral. Oh, what do we got here? Some rifle ammo. Not really that bothered by rifle ammo. A soldier's cold and stiff body lies sprawled on the steps. Peter attempts to flip the corpse over to discover his identity, but all that is left of the man's face is ruined mass of eaten flesh. Looks like he's got most of his face intact there, but you know, I guess they were just having to, you know, use character models and all that business. Yeah, same description there. What have we got here? Scroll sits on a small shelf mounted upon the wall. We got a magical attack scroll. Why would it be here, of all places? Here, in this corridor. Well, I've got a feeling we're gonna be needing it, Peter. Can I actually cast it? Of course, being the question. Let's see. Spells. Magical attack. Yes, we finally got that there. So I am going to assign that there. The green one to my Z button, isn't it? No, it's not my Z button. It's to the Y button. Okay. That will be useful pretty much immediately as far as I'm aware. And I think this is literally about to be, you know, the horrors of the boss. So I'm just going to take another save because I'm lazy like that, you know. The corridor is ended by an elaborate door, decorated in a manner much different than the others within the cathedral. Peter senses an unbearable evil beyond that door. When he reaches to open it, fear creeps into his gut and begins to eat at his soul. Should Peter open the door? Well, if it was me, the answer would be hell no. Hell no. Let me see. I am having the fantasy staple of bread and cheese with wine. That sounds fantastic, Andrew. I wouldn't mind that myself. Incidentally, can you hear me okay? How is the volume? Should I be checking? Should I be checking? Should I be checking? That seems to sound fine to me. But oh literal hell, what's going on here? Oh, Louise, you're having the fantasy stable. My apologies. That does sound fantastic. Very Wheel of Time kind of tavern meal. I always thought the bread and cheese must be of like a really delicious quality, but it would probably have been quite stale, wouldn't it? So, this is a negative. This, oh, he throws fireballs. Well, I don't remember the other ancient ones doing. That's a negative. So, that hurt him there. But the only reason it hurt him was because... Oh, we definitely don't want that happening. Are they hitting my shield? I think they're all hitting me, aren't they? And he's got a killer tongue as well. Oh, come on. Really? Killer tongue? Well, that hurt him at least. Don't know how I can reliably avoid those. Apparently I did though. Ah, and there's his tongue. Let's spell him up. So, I might actually use a wee bit of magic potion here. Porridge is lovely, Andre. I do like a bit of porridge myself. I can't actually cast that, I've just realised, because he's going to be a dick and doing that constantly, and I've just wasted a ton of magic. Oh, tongue. The tongue's pretty easy to avoid, at least. Well, that hurt him. My goodness. You're just going to keep doing this over and over again, buddy. It's very predictable. It's also not very impressive. Yeah, that tongue's easy to avoid. If it's like the other old ones, they start to summon help after a while, which is when things get really difficult. Well, not difficult. Fidgety, perhaps. And here's our tongue boy. And he's going to cast a spell. Yeah, so now the rules have changed. Now he starts summoning help. So this is where I really wish I kept my magic potions. Well, my magic potion, because I pretty much don't want to be fighting these pricks. I really don't want to be fighting those pricks if I can help it. I am going to enchant my item, my sword that is, with... Because ideally, I want to kill these guys as soon as I can, because if he's starting to throw fireballs at me, that ain't a plus. Oh Christ. Ah, he just killed him, I think. It's probably good that he done that. Oh, he hit me that time. Whoopsie. Whoopsie. Yeah, okay. It'd be helpful if these guys actually came here. Okay, he's killed it for me this time. Oh, and he's also squashed me. That's not a plus. I really need to pop a heal this time. Can I even get off a 5-point heal before he fucks me up? Probably not. Is my inclination? Oh, fuck it. I'll try to get off a 5-point heal. As well. Hurrah. Bit of health back anyway. Hopefully enough. Right, so what are you doing now? Oh, is he something more? He seems to be. Yeah, he's summoning more, is he? Right, could you squash those for me, buddy? I don't really want to fight them. They're losers.
Enter my Zelda.
Did that actually hit him? I don't think it did. It didn't feel like it hit him anyway. Die, losers. You don't belong in this world. I'm near sure Richter Belmont called them losers, if I recall correctly. Ow! That hurts! It's very unfriendly behavior.
Enter my Zelda.
Didn't count as a hit that time. Bollocks.
Enter my Zelda.
Don't think that's counting as a hit on. This could be tricksy. Yeah, he's finding it a lot easier to hit me this time for some reason. I was about to say he could really help me out by killing those losers, but I suppose he's not going to be inclined to do that, being, you know, a monster and all that. Right, I'll try to recover my health. Okay, that's better. And what are we going for here? I suppose I'll be going for magic recovery, just so I can actually do something. Die.
Enter my Zelda.
Oh, that time it actually counted as hitting him. Well, that's good. And he also killed one of them. Well, two of them for me. That's nice of him. So this should help with the whole stamina balancing that he keeps killing them for me. I'm worried about when I get to the stage where I'm too close to him to actually
Enter my Zelda.
yeah, that counted that time. And he crushed another one for me. Good stuff. Take out a bit of their sanity here. Get a bit of sanity back, rather.
Enter my Zelda.
Got him that time. So it's a kind of rinse-repeat affair here. It's probably preferable when he actually does kill these things because it speeds it along a wee bit more. I should have probably cast the magic shield there, you know, just I'm thinking it wouldn't hurt to be able to, like, you know, take a hit from him when he starts to go really crazy at me. Okay, now he summoned his losers. I should be able to buff him. You doing something, buddy?
Enter my Zelda.
There it goes. That didn't count as a hit this time, though, and I'm not sure why. And somehow his attack counted as hit, even though I'm not actually sure how that could have counted as a hit because I wasn't even close to him. But apparently it did. Come on, arsehole. Kill these arseholes. Thank you. That means him too. Mash, mash, mash. And that's my shield completely gone already. That's not so positive, is it? Could you please start your magic attack already, you absolute dingbat? I don't know if I should be calling a great old one an absolute dingbat. But, you know, the shoe fits and all that business. Oh, he actually buffed me that time. Bop. Hey. Oh, he's armless enough, huh? Huh? Ugh. I think I might cast a bit of recovery. I don't like the idea of going into another stage of the battle with low health. It could really screw me up. And I just wasted the spell. Well, sure, why not? Not like I've been having difficulty or anything, is it? Do me wrong, you're a bringer of evil, Andre. Okay, I actually anticipated it a bit better that time. And that really wrecked my health. It really wasn't near the claw though, so that's kind of frustrating. None of the magical energy. Well, fuck you and fuck your friends. Yeah, I'm not great in the owl. Not doing so hot there on the old hill front, am I? Hi. Take that, loser. Hey, that really shouldn't have been able to hit me now. Come on. Come on. Health back before this dickbag starts summoning his helpers. Oh, come on. What am I supposed to do about that? I'm gonna start casting this now, so it definitely hits him in time. That didn't work. Are you kidding me? Now he's done casting spells, is he? That was a waste of magic. And the soundtrack actually got bored and gave up there. I know the feeling, soundtrack. Oh yeah, that there baguette was like God baguette, Louise. That was like God tier. And I need health back because I'm playing like a fucking imbecile apparently. Chimney sweep. Button. Reg rah. Balcony. Oh, are you kidding me? I don't have the bloody magical... Oh, it's too late now. Yeah, this will count. I have to kill these arseholes again, do I? Oh, no. Should have killed these guys. Instead, I just wasted all my energy instead. Oh, shit, that's me. If I run around a bit, I'll at least get a bit of magical energy back. Hopefully enough to kill Loserface. I don't think its actual name is Losing Face, it's Chaturga, from what I recall. I've never had Meet Andre or Louise, since you both mentioned it. But it is like the fantasy trope of tropes, isn't it? Hopefully time now to cast it. See, the problem is it has to chain through all the enemies, and that just makes that bit more fidgety to deal with. Now he moves the barrier up further. As you can see, Peter is not exactly what you'd call thrilled about that. And oh, Jesus Christ, how am I supposed to avoid these? Are you kidding me? How am I supposed to avoid that? Oh, apparently not. Oh, come on, you fucking prickmonger. Now I'm in dire straits. Not the band, obviously, that would be ridiculous. Can I even cast that? Oh, come off it, you fucking bellsack. Bell end. This is not good. I am a tiny amount of health. I can't actually recover. Are you gonna cast some spells or something? Well, this is trouble, to say the least. I need magic. I need magic right now. Oh, I'm probably going to go through this shitstorm again, aren't I? I might actually just risk a full recovery here. If I can. Oh, do I? Or do I just try to keep fighting him? I don't know. I'm thinking try to recover some health. Louise, you love The Girl Is Mine, especially the bit where they talk. I don't know what you're talking about. I think you said it was your favourite thing that ever happened in musical history, if I recall. Yes, I recall correctly. Favourite moment in musical history of all time? Well, probably... Oh. Okay, I've got a bit of health back, so that means I could dodge at least a bit better. Actually, this isn't bad. The horror of a giant ancient woman doing this kind of business. Like, are you done? You're just making a mess and you're embarrassing yourself. Would you stop? Oh, wrong spell! No, actually, right spell. Suck that! Don't run yourself into a corner, Peter. Eat magic-based destruction! Not my best one-liner, but... You know, he's a soldier from World War I, he probably doesn't really know better. You quite done. There's no way to make friends, Chaturga. Actually, this isn't Chaturga. Chaturga is a greater evil, and I think this is just called, like, the Black Guardian from what I'm aware. Although it comes in 3 different forms, 3 different flavors of Black Guardian. None of them chocolate. Alright, hopefully the next hit doesn't end. Oh, come on. We want cutscene-based destruction. Go. Hurrah! So, it's cutscene time. You'll be glad to know. Hang on, is that mute button on? But yeah, we have finally defeated the Black Guardian. Sorry it took so damn long. I think Peter could do with getting a bit of his sand back after that. Not a bit of his health back, but you can probably guess this is actually the end of the chapter. I don't think anything else is going to come for me. And here we go, our first boss defeated. With the Guardian of Chattur'gha vanquished, and the stained glass that kept it hidden lying in pieces, the essence of Ulyaoth is now liberated. Its magic beckons to Peter, calling him. He approaches cautiously. Should Peter retrieve the essence of Ulyaoth? Well, I think we know the answer to that one, and that is yes. Peter reaches out for the artifact, but pulls away as he feels corrosive magic close on his hand. Wrapping his hands in a shred of clothing, he carefully lifts the artifact from its resting place. Peter has acquired the essence of Ulyaoth. And with that, the chapter endeth. 69 years later.
That was how I came by it. I know it sounds crazy, but there you have it. The only proof I have is that statue.
It's a strange one. I've seen one like it before.
You have?
Yes. Very rare, though. Very obscure.
I've had experts take a look at it, and none of them know what it is. And you do.
I'm somewhat of an expert on these things myself. An interest I developed a long time ago while I was a young man.
Then you should keep it. Lord knows I have no interest in it. I am sure it's the cause of my sleeplessness. I keep thinking about it, as if it's calling out to me.
Then a drink, perhaps. For the gift. For an unusual objet d'art.
So he goes through World War I, potentially World War II, and fighting an other realm beast. And his reward is a drink. After 69 years of sleepless torment. That is not a positive, Louise. I hope you find your glasses soon. Having stopped reading, Alex discovers a small penny taped to the back of Peter's chapter page. Alex has found a lucky penny. However, her sanity is buggered after reading all that nonsense. So I'm going to leave the sanity low for a wee bit. This so you can enjoy a bit of the cosmic sounds, jaunty camera angles, seemingly screaming babies, and other nonsense. Let's see if there's any other details I pick up on.
Help me! Please help me!
Okay. Creep up on the ghost potentially. You can talk to her.
Blood out!
You can't get the blood out. And we found ourselves a basement key. Of course, I kind of like the Ghostbusters-y touch of the books flying back and forth. But you'll note it sounds like there's other people in the house. Of course there isn't. Alex is just losing her goddamn mind. I do like the touch of the other people walking around, or what she thinks is other people walking around. But finally we have a basement key for Alex, so let's go to the basement. There's no one at the door really, Alex. You know that. I know that. We all know that. We're now in the basement. We've not been here before. What have we got here? Stockpile of Edward's Port, one of his many eccentricities. His taste for port went hand in hand with his appetite for knowledge. No doubt his quest were fueled by this little cash. And pump action shotgun hangs from a plaque mounted on the dusty wall. I think I'm gonna take a shotgun. You know, shotguns are my favorite weapons in horror. Got some shotgun shells. Nice. Some more shotgun shells, just to be sure. Hey, there's a fuse box going on here. A fuse box and a circuit breaker array is situated upon the wall. All but one of the fuses are intact. The absence of this one is suspicious, and until it is replaced, the circuit connected to it is useless. Well, if you recall from the first part when I was playing Peter's chapter, he had to fix a fuse box using his lucky penny, which was kind of ridiculous, but that's exactly what we were going to do. We check it out. It is an old coin marked with a peculiar manner. It has, pretend I can speak, it has loads of sentimental value for someone. Whoever holds the penny will undoubtedly receive good fortune. I don't know if you could say he got good fortune. Alex jams the lucky penny in the place of the missing fuse. And now we can trip the breaker, and finally that dark room on the upper floor we can now go into. Yay! We also seem to have the safe is large, old-fashioned, and made in the days when security was derived from the heavy metal construction rather than secure locking mechanisms. It doesn't look like it would be too hard or too difficult to break the combination if only Alex had a stethoscope to hear the tumblers more clearly. Oh, this is a puzzle I really don't like. Anytime you have to open safes in games, I suck at it. In fact, there was a safe in our workplace and I find it very difficult to open up because I just can't turn them with the accuracy required. Let me know when you've had enough of the otherworldly sounds. The low sanity sounds they play on my mind. I do like this effect though, where this painting suddenly becomes a horror landscape. A hellish depiction of some monstrous landscape. A blood-coloured sky hangs over a dementedly surreal land, in which flayed skins flap in an acidic breeze. What mind could have conceived this? Well, yours, spoilers. And he's just outright looking at us when we can examine him now. I think it's one of the nicer touches. There are other sanity effects you can get, but by and large it is detrimental to be playing the game, you know, in such a state of low sanity. But finally we can open up this room. And inside we get the Journal of Maximilian Roivas. You can probably guess, I want to check that journal. I'm also going to really look around this formerly dark room. An antique medicine cabinet hangs on the wall. Its wood is stained from the years of use and the ambient humidity of the room. Should Alex open the cabinet? Aye, go on. And we got ourselves another page. Hidden away inside the medicine cabinet is a chapter page from the Tome of Eternal Darkness. Should Alex retrieve the chapter page? Yeah, go on. And Alex has found the chapter page entitled Legacy of Darkness.
You are not free to leave this plane until you complete a task for me. You are to hunt and kill the master of this house. Do this one thing and you will be free. Else fear the wrath of Chattur'gha. Everything is complete for your arrival, Master. Now we must wait for the planets to align, and that is not too many years from now. Another Roivas has crossed our path. This time, we will not be so merciful. He will meet such a horrible death that the rest of the line will never set foot in his house again.
Don't be like that, BQ. So yeah, we got two different pages we can read here. Let's have a look at Maximilian Roivas' second page. This is a page from Maximilian Roivas' journal. It reads, I have sought to love all, yet now love causes me pain and suffering. I have learned to fear nothing, although it is nothing that I fear most. No, I pretend I read that right. All that were loyal to me now number among my worst enemies. Yeah, that was definitely a sign of him completely losing his bap. In the meantime, let's check this page out. It appears to be a page from the Tome of Eternal Darkness. We are going to read that one. It's the next chapter, obviously. And here we are in 1952, Rhode Island.
My education in psychiatry did not prepare me. I would love to see how Freud's view of his mother would change with the knowledge of Chaturga. How Skinner would incorporate Zelotard into his behaviorist theories. How Jung would accommodate Ulioth into his theory of the collective unconscious. Like my ancestor Maximilian, I too had an interest in my family tree. As a psychiatrist, I believed that science could provide answers into my family's sordid, bizarre past. It was with great excitement that I began my search. The mansion's history was filled with my colorful predecessors. Everything from convicted and hung witches to committed madmen, each laying their own peculiar mark on its character. I intended to find their secrets.
Something's coming over me. Our lady's got a secret. This part of the library is reserved for the entertaining of the house's more scholarly guests. A simple yet elegant layout affords quiet drink and conversation. I would love a room like this in my house. Imagine having a house this big anyway. So we got liquid courage and apparently nothing else. That's going to be a bit of a bummer, I imagine. But obviously, definitely a good time to see it. And what's up here? But a big old book. A journal of family history rests on the mantle as if used recently. Well, you wouldn't know what's yours. So we find a historical journal. Now let's have a wee gander at that. An old musty book, bound in dry dusty leather. This book covers the early history of the Roivas family, dating back before the settlers in this land. There appears to be something pressed in between the pages. Should Edward get it out? Well, maybe after he takes out whatever's between the pages. He's found the minute. Hey, can we talk? Oh, we can. Politely, she asks Edward if there's anything she can do for him. So I take it she's a maid and not a slave, right? 50s America wasn't that bad, right? And since he's on Rhode Island, presumably not that racist.
You know who I am, Edward. Although you are doing your best not to believe it, I am, or was, Maximilian Roivas, your ancestor. I died in an asylum after trying to warn the world. The pain and anguish I felt in that cell has empowered me to linger after my death. I must complete what I started, Edward. The darkness must be stopped, or all of humanity may end.
Set the clock to the 33rd minute of the 3rd hour.
Well, personally, I don't think you should start believing ghosts, right? The snack kit. What's the snack kit, Andrew? You'll have to let me know. An ancient scroll paper sits on the chair. The magic pool spell. What the hell is magic pool? Is it like Liverpool? With more magic, presumably? Oh, I can't look at spells yet. Of course, he hasn't learned. Nor can I look at any of this, apparently. Do you know anything about that there stupid painting? No, you just don't want to look at it, huh? Edward's favourite reading chair faces a healthy, warm fire. No doubt many cold nights are ahead. So, a living grandfather clock stands ominously in the corner, gazing on the empty room with an almost patriarchal air of its own. Ghost asked Edward to set the clock, but there are no hands on it. Edward must find the clock hands so he can set it properly. Well, I got one hand, so I suppose we'll use that just since we're here. We're gonna need a second, obviously, and I don't think we can examine those, even though we know there's a passage there. Presumably we're gonna have a wee gander around this house. A large carriage clock sitting in the foyer table, beautifully crafted, but appears to be stuck with hands permanently. It's a 3:33. Ooh. Portraits of the ancestral Royvis line on the foyer walls. Their faces reveal a dark brooding edge. There's something about each one that gives the viewer an unsettling feeling. Well, the fact that they were all nuts. That could be it. Hi, Eddie. Can he leave? Edward's curiosity can't leave the mystery alone. He drives himself to uncover the truth behind the mansion and his ancestors. What a cop-out. Maybe he wanted to go get like a McDonald's. Possibilities are endless. Edward has never learned the piano, but that has not stopped him from hammering away at the keys now and again. It's very therapeutic. Perhaps one day he would learn it properly. Yeah, spoilers. Hey, what have we got here? A antique cavalry saber mounted on the space stand gleams in the moonlight. Sure, let's just take our family saber. Pottering around with the crockery, the servant informs Edward that the table has been set for him just as he likes it. Good, slave, good. We've read the description of that before. Less books in here than there is in Alice's time, I guess. Wonder should I run about with a sword just to freak the servants out, like, hey guys, I don't understand. Hey, you like my sword? You like my sword? What do you think of it? The servant notices Edward's... He is a servant! Good grief. Notices Edward's presence and comments on the weather. Idle chit-chat. I don't like no idle chit-chat. I'm here to find out family secrets. Grandiose kitchen fireplace with all the amenities of modern life. It hasn't been used in quite some time. Why is it not being used? What have we been doing for food, you maniac? He's a maniac. Well, at least we've got ourselves some ammo. But there's nothing in the cupboards. They're bare. Not a puzzle. Fancy doors in this time. No bust. Probably for the best. That does sound pretty dire, actually. I've got more revolver ammo. I like the way there's just ammo lying about. An expansive fireplace inside of the wall faces the bed. I doubt it. No doubt if it were lit, sorry, it would make the room quite cozy. Well, that would be lovely, wouldn't it? Maybe a second. So, got ourselves some ammo. Sorry if this is adjusting something on stream settings. Probably won't have made much of a difference for yourselves. We got ourselves some shotgun shells. Presumably we'll be getting ourselves a delicious shotgun. Brooding, melancholic paintings adorn the walls. Strange choices of decoration for a bedroom. Each one seethes with a violence that could only be wrought by an unsummoned mind. Well, ain't that lovely? Well, Andrew, you probably could have complained to the Belfast Times about that there. That'll probably be the closest they've come to legitimate journalism in some time. We got ourselves a bath. The master bathroom is woefully Spartan and only barely contemporary. It appears to satisfy the most practical of tastes, or perhaps someone who has their mind set on other things. That would be Aleti here. Yeah, we're not finding much. Where is this other clock at? Probably not going to be in bed, is it? That's a pity. Cook report. And I'm running the wrong way again. Perhaps it's in here? Shotgun shells. Elephant gun ammo. An oddly proportioned painting of a man in somewhat improving garb, obviously an intentional exaggeration. It gives the painting an oddly quirky feel. Oh, she didn't complain. What? Edward is reassured at the sight of the family gun cabinet, itself a priceless antique. He would rather not have to smash the windows to get inside, but where did he leave the key? I think we would like to have that there, you know. Anyway, a lost journal of family history rests on the bench. It wasn't lost, I just added that part myself, because I couldn't find it. Spooky paintings. Spartan bed, vaguely fashioned after colonial trends, offers small comfort to the weary. It hasn't been slept in for a long time, sorry. And that in itself is a testament to its luxury. Wow, that bad, huh? Let's read this historical journal. An old, musty book, bound in dry, dusty leather. The book covers the recent history of the Roivas family, going back perhaps 150 years. There appears to be something pressed between the pages. Should Edward get it out? Yes, and then he should take it out. Oh dear. Trying to crack that joke twice in a row. I don't care. She informs Edward that she believes the weather will worsen, and that she hasn't heard it being this bad for many decades. She doesn't like that doesn't sound positive. An exorbitant and out-of-place stained glass window ends the hallway. Whoever put it here had eclectic taste and confirms Edward's belief that the mansion is more folly than a real house. Yeah, that was weird. Screams coming out of that room, I'm sure you can agree. What have we got here? Oh, we've got maid. The room is holdover from the days when the servants were all residential help living in the mansion. Rumour has it that the old servants' quarters were demolished long ago. Muttering to herself as she works, the servant comments on how the mansion is never really clean. My record's clean, yours is dirty. Yeah, that sounded like a real hardcore one, Louise. Like tearing the meat right off her own wang. Which would be quite terrible, obviously. But yeah, we got both of our clock hands. And we're running about the house with a saber like a madman. Yeah, let's set it. The ghost asked Edward to set the clock, and now, with two hands on the clock face, it can be adjusted. I wouldn't listen to ghosts, honestly. Thank you. Very patient ghost, obviously. Andrea, I've never watched anything of Agatha Christie's, or any adaptation of Agatha Christie's, should I say.
Take them and use them. They are humanity's only hope. Destroy the Guardians, Edward, and avenge my waste and death.
Oh, sorry, that was Louise asking. Sorry, I get confused by your text color sometimes. I mean no harm to you both when I do this. So I got a delicious cat paw right beside me, and I'm having to touch it a wee bit. It's too tempting. Shotgun shells. A loaded revolver is mounted on the wall by the means of a display plaque. Well, you know, why not? Elephant gun ammo. More shoddy shells. The detailed drawing of a surreal city reminiscent of old ideas for futuristic cities. Its draftsman was very talented, for as he stares, he believes tiny inhabitants peer at him from the shadows. Well, that sounds sane, you know. Some revolver ammo. Diabolical, pretend I can speak, drawing of a stack of human bodies, each one cemented into place. What twisted psyche could have executed this drawing? The disturbing, it is meticulously rendered down to the subtlest detail. The precise anatomy of fractured bones and convolutions of spines and ribs entwine into a mesmerizing sight. Unfortunately, that description hadn't changed, but you know, it started reading, so I had to finish. But yeah, we're going to be picking up the Book of Eternal Darkness, and you know what happens now. A strange leather-bound tome sits closed amidst a pile of books and papers. Should Edward pick up the tome? Aye, go on. Oh, we have the Tome of Eternal Darkness. Dare I ask what the original title was for And Then There Were None? We just discovered the magic pull spell. What does it do? That would have been a nicer thing to let us know. No, let's check. The Dread Scroll contains the secret of arcane magic. It reads, this magic transfers the innate magical energy of the environment to the self. The limitless power of the ancients will be at your disposal for the duration of the magic. Once the magic has waned, you'll be bereft of spiritual power until it naturally seeps back into your being. That sounds ultimately counterproductive to me. I'm sorry. Well, we now have a magic book. Yay, but nothing else to really help us out. I guess we're done with our quest. Upon the desk was the work of a madman, frantic scribbling and torn notepaper that had somehow weathered the years. Were these Maximilian's ravings laid out in choppy scrawls of ink, or the testament of humanity's saviour, waiting to fuel the battle against the Guardians? Well, guess we better play on to find out, huh? Oh wow. Oh wow, Andre. Oh wow. Oh wow. Yeah, you can imagine. You can understand them changing the description. Oh, this is not a positive. That was a negative. Okay. Hi. Do you mind? Oh, they're not to kill someone. Yeah, you just murdered someone, buddy. What have we got here? Half a key tumbles out from the vase that has been toppled and smashed. It glints on the floor. And Edward's found the bottom half of the basement key. Well, no extensive library here. These guys all seem fine. As Edward nears, the servant stops mumbling to herself and asks him if he thinks the weather will clear up before the solstice. Edward finds the reference to the solstice rather odd and ponders its significance. There's the old clock. I wasn't trying to examine that, I was trying to talk to this pube sack. The servant notices Edward's presence and comments on the weather. And chit-chat. Well, that seems a little description. In here, isn't it? so it looked to be. Or was it upstairs? Was that supposed to be upstairs? By the way, somebody needs our help. Didn't look like it was the bedroom, did it? Hey! Fuck you, you asshole. Uh-oh. Hey! Get lost. Machete's drinking my blood? Oh shit. This is not positive. Oh shit! Oh, I'm dead. Fuck my ass. I was not expecting to have to fight the vampire that quickly. Whoops. I think whoops is the word there.
Edward has burst the hands of the eternal darkness. With doing to stop their diabolical plans, humanity will surely be annihilated. Nah. Nah.
And also,
Nah. Game over. Game over.
whoopsie. Sorry about that, guys. That was my own damn fault. Whoops. Whoops and double whoops. Well, at least I'd saved right at the start there, and at least I know where to go, right? Right, I agree too. The darkness comes. Oh my Christ. I will be stopping at the 2-hour mark, I hope you don't mind. Historical Journal 1. Actually, that's the direction I wanted to be heading and was this way. Time to go to kitchen time. Presumably I will use it at some stage. Oh, it was here that the sword was in. Whoops. So when they call 10 little Indians, were they like meaning Native Americans and not their offensive manner then instead? Did they go from one offensive one to one slightly less offensive? And then there were none, sounds like a fine title to me. It was this one, wasn't it? It was essentially a grandiose toilet. No, it was... Whoopsie. Yep. And there we go. Getting the books back. There we go, I've made progress. Just remind me to save a bit more this time round, because apparently there are blood-sucking motherfuckers. Let's hear that silly scream once again, shall we? That is quite the wank marathon going on there. As you know, I just had one for Christ's sake. Sorry for the time lost, but at least I'm easily making it up this time. Oh, do we have to watch this cutscene again? No, we don't. Ha! Fuck the police. And listen, check more. Yeah, can we check it again, please? No, apparently we can't. That would have been too soon to check it again. No! Oh, wrong book, huh? Blah blah blah. Thank you. Oh yeah, so it could have been. That could have been quite right, Louise. It could have been colonial India. One of many countries that England destroyed. Yay. It looks like they're starting on the construction side, which I'm not exactly thrilled about. It's going to be going on for another 6 weeks, and it's very long. Blah blah blah. Okay. Suck my chode. Hey! Suck on my chode. That was, of course, Gary Glitter, everyone's favorite pedophile. Like the save me, help me. But there's nothing of the sort. Yeah, let's not bother you. I don't want to be a murderer, so I'll escape. Let's just run up to the bedroom and hopefully be able to take this prick out. This time I know it's gonna be coming to me. Hey, asshole. Uh-oh. It's actually really fidgety to fight this fucking thing, especially when it stun locks you like that. Oh, are you fucking kidding my bollocks? Apparently it's not kidding my bollocks. Well, I hope you like that game over screen. So Edward essentially has no health, is a lesson I'm learning. And this thing hits strong as well. Not exactly ideal. I'm really glad I saved that time. I think I'll be saving quite frequently with Eddie at this point. Because apparently he has no energy and can only take 2 hits from these things before dying. Shadowbot's really not the most convenient location for you to be, but... Gonna run up there again. I guess I'll save before I go into this room this time. Yes, beat me there.
What is that?
This time. Let's do a bit of that. We're ready for this time. Hey, you prick. guess it's ran off down here. Wherever that is. Looks like it's in the basement. But yeah. Hey! So. Shaken by his brother's death, the servant gives his thanks. He warns that the creature might still be around. An extra firepower would be handy. Reminded by his own words, he fishes the key from his pocket and gives it to Edward. We got the gun cabinet key, thank God. A wee bit of revolver ammo. But not much else of use, I'm afraid. Shoddy shells for a shotgun we don't have. Cabin is now unlocked and we got ourselves an elephant gun, which is a lot less practical than the shotgun would be. However, I suppose it's better than being punched in the balls. Many things are. Many things are. We're missing half a key, aren't we? Where next will the beast strike? Hey! I know you! Leave her alone! Rancid pedo. Pedo, but I'm gonna call it one anyway. Ah ha ha ha! How you like them apples, you shitbag? Don't like them so much. That does sound like something you should be able to appeal, Andrew. Sorry, I'm only just seeing your comments on the little group chat on Facebook. I think you should be able to appeal that. Their pages have been deleted before and then they can be appealed. So, grateful for having their life spared from the monster, the servant offers a token of thanks. Got some shotgun shells. Well, that's lovely, but I was kind of hoping for a bit more. You know, like a key to the basement. Ah, basement. Concerned about the glow. Door's locked. Where next is the vampire gonna strike, though? It's not your traditional vampire. I'm not sure where the second half of the key seems to be here. Doesn't look like there's much else we're going to be able to get. Oh, hello. Ah, I hear it again. Let's get out there before he gets buffed. Jesus, cowering in fear. Hey! What's that? I paid a lot of money for him. Off you fuck. In its desperation to escape from Edward, the vampire creature drops the top half of a key onto the floor. Now we got the top half of a basement key. I think you know what we're going to be doing with that. And if you answered having a wank, you're wrong. This time. So we will mix them together. We got a broken basement key now. Mixing seems like the wrong term for it, but Hey, why not? So what we will do is cast a spell, and that is going to be, I think it's going to be to enchant item. I think it just repairs them, doesn't it, as far as I remember? Wouldn't be shield and magical attack, enchanting item. Let's cast it at the most basic level. Let's do it on this front though.
Enter by Selton.
And it's been repaired. Hurrah. Now before we go in there, just in case it gets a bit tougher, I'm gonna pop a quick save. Except it won't let me. Fuck you. Still won't let me. God damn it. Hey you! Leave me alone. However, you might guess this thing's been helping him recover, so we probably want to destroy that. So you think, anyway. Aha! Now what you gonna do, buddy? Damn vampires. I like these repetitive sound effects. Oh, come on! Oh dear. This time, we're gonna mash him to pieces. And got ourselves a spell. Summon horror spell scroll. I'll give it a laugh. Hopefully we won't have to summon many horrors. What else have we got here? Got ourselves elephant gun ammo. Nice. And it's a double shotgun. Hidden away in the shadowy corner of the basement, an antique double shotgun is displayed on the wall. Let's be having that. Got ourselves some more revolver ammo. Not so useful. Shotgun shells? Yes. Yes, I'll take those, sir. Revolver ammo. Shotgun shells again. More shells and elephant gun ammo. So we're well equipped. Couple barrels of vintage port. No matter how bad life gets, one can always look to the brighter side of things with the old Scarlet Rush. We got some more shoddy shells. Inside the well, a crumbling ladder descends down into the cloying darkness. Should Edward venture down the ladder? Yeah, let's venture down the ladder. I will be stopping shortly after midnight, however, once I hit the 2 hour mark. I'd just like to reiterate, I hope you don't mind, but I'm quite tired. Today I picked up my record player. I don't know if I've mentioned to you this, by the way, but I am getting a replacement, well, hopefully going to be getting my replacement cartridge. It turns out it was the cartridge that was wrong with my fancy record player. However, finding somewhere that actually supplies the cartridge is going to take a lot of time. I ordered somewhere from England. It was £96. What they didn't tell me, which is really good, was that it was on back order, and then apparently the supplier said that they don't currently have it. So they didn't tell me any of this. I had to phone them yesterday to find this out, and then the guy was acting like affronted that I was even phoning to check on the order, and it's like, well, you've debited me £96. I'd like to have a vague idea of what's going on. Anyway, to cut a long story short, essentially what he has said is that it's like, hopefully he can have an update for me at some point soon for how long it's going to take, but I'm just a bit annoyed, to say the least. There's also the fact that this company will only ship to the mainland England, so I had to get it shipped to a friend in England to then ship over to me. and fuck knows how long that's going to be. And I could probably look into fitting it with a different kind of cartridge, but I don't know what will fit. And apparently the one that it had came with is the one that's really recommended for it. It does a great job, so it's quite irritating. I want to have my fancy record player back. Anyway, Maximilian had not lied. The city is miraculous. It glows in the darkness like an incredible jewel. But the thought of what lies ahead, the Guardians of Chattur'gha, makes Edward shiver with fear. 9 great towers dwarf the surrounding city. Perhaps the towers serve as a focus, channeling great tides of energy into the city itself? Well, that sounds like crazy talk, Edward, but it does seem to be the case, doesn't it? Anyway, what I'm not really thrilled about is what is probably coming next, because it's probably going to be lots of giant horrors. And you know how much I hate those giant horrors. Yeah, these fuckers right here, specifically. So, what I could do is potentially run past them. Well, no point revealing the invisible with them. And that only dispels magic. So that's not good. And damage field isn't really that useful either, is it? No. I haven't really got a shield. I could summon my very own horror though, that could be a larf. Yeah, let's summon our own horror. Sadly, we cannot summon an rock creature, as they've explained there. Let's set our own horror on these horrors. It's a horror face-off. Okay, I can hit A to attack enemies, and attacks can be targeted. Attack an enemy's head from far away to perform a shock attack, sorry. And then I can release the horror if I need to. And they can open doors but not pick up items. Hey, fuckheads. Hey, that's not fair. He's dead already. Oh, shit. Shit alive. He was crap. You asshole. Well, that one's dead. Apparently. I'll quickly switch to a more practical weapon, perhaps. Saber might be better for taking this guy out. Boop, boop, boop. Die, monster. And he's just smashed me with that. Fuck off. Oh, balls. That didn't work. That definitely didn't work that time. Nice work, Tex. Oh, fuck his magic attack. And he's just double got a twofer on me there. Well, okay, the shotgun's kinda useful. Sort of. Mostly useful. Mostly. And I got a bunch of shells. The only thing is reloading, it's a bit tricky. Right. Die. Absolute scumfuck. Get a bit more health back there. And I might want to consider enchanting these here things before, or enchanting the shotgun before I fight more horrors, because they are not fun to fight, even now. Even now your friends will be good Emperor Palpatine. I'll pop a quick save because fighting multiple horrors, never fun. Never fun. Oh, one of these teleporting ball sacks. Oh, loads of ball sack enemies. That's not fun. And they just done a real number on the old sand. On the old sunny dance. And he's just, oh, that wasn't very fair, was it? Well, the shotgun really done a number on that guy. Excellent. Well, okay. Maybe things aren't quite as bad as they seem. Die, monster. Right. You're the ringleader. Okay, that definitely didn't work. They have to dispel its magic, I guess. Yeah, it does seem like it. Okay. And we're going to cast Did that work? No, definitely didn't. That's not a plus. Oh, it's because he's cast a high level spell. No, that should have been it. The spell magic should have not. Guess I'm just going to try it again. Aha. No, that still hasn't worked. God damn it. I can't remember how I deal with this. It wasn't reveal invisible. It wasn't damage field. Summon horror is gonna be no good. Summon zombie, magical attack? Magical attack? Maybe? Seems unlikely to work. Does sound like he said his banter bot. Banterbot. Yeah, definitely ain't working that trick. Spell list. Okay. Spell? Or did it just reinvigorate itself? Ah! Okay, apparently I just had to kill the monster. Must have forgot the strategy for fighting these butt munches. And I'll be ready with the shoddy, too hotty. As soon as he respawns here. Hey, fuckhead! Yeah, how do you like them apples, huh? Actually, you didn't, is the answer. Let's remember that. Imagine it sounded like that every time you walked somewhere. Down I go. Take that, you otherworldly motherfucker. Language warning for obviously all involved here. And I might get a wee bit of sanity back after that. think I actually can drink some booze to get sanity back, can't I? I might just do that. Yep. Why not? A tiny bit of health back, sure. Is this burning a Chaturga flame? That thing was annoying, so I'm gonna pop a quick save just to be safe. I'm like quick save Kevin tonight. Through the door. Well, there's some sort of plinths here. These plinths look like the ones Pius had encountered in the Forbidden City, where he found the essences of the ancients. Edward briefly wonders what their purpose could be. Well, it seems as though the array itself serves as a massive circle of power. Each switch around the perimeter of this room corresponds to a focusing tower where a rune may be scribed. Once the spell has been scribed, it is magnified by the array. Could this be the Guardian City's weakness? If one could somehow remove the magic from this area. Well, okay, let's dispel magic then, from what you're saying. Pulsating field of stone energy. I can speak. Or read, rather. A bit of both, maybe. So we're wanting to cast a massive dispel energy by the looks of things, right? So, to do that there, let's see what runes we need to cast. Okay, we need to use Nethlik and Redgrimore. So we'll get them out of the way, and then it's just a matter of powering up. I do like the look of the city in the background. Ah, it's automatically choosing for us. Well, power gone for that one. Oh. This is not where I want to be. I might let these guys brawl it out. Nope. Apparently they just want to fuck me up instead. They should be fighting each other. They're of opposing alignments. Ah, there they go. What do we got over here? Some sort of switch, do we? The lever and... Next door. Yeah, let's get the hell out of here. We'll leave those other ancient horrors to fight each other. Oh. Edgar's a bit tuckered out after that, apparently.
Chicken sandwich. Bacon. Frederick.
Those are the alternative runes.
Jimbo. Hortense. Fringermore.
So essentially we're going to be casting a great big spell. Let's do just that. Okay. Redgrimore. That was what we needed to cast. And I think with each rune we inscribe, we're going to be put further and further away from... Oh, hello. Don't bother fighting him. Oh, got those wee buggers. I think by and large, if we can run away from these fucks, we should run away from these fucks. And we failed to run away. I failed to run away. Gotta be damned because I'm gonna be damned. Hey. No! Well, actually, my sanity had taken a bit of a plunking there, hadn't it? So we can get some back for free. Yep, get lost, loser. Nice. Ah. Your ancient ways have actually benefited me this time. Redgar Moore. Merchant Turner. Get mixed up with my non-Euclidean horror monsters. Yeah, Sheila. Yeah, that's not better than him. Thankfully, he also missed into the bargain. Hardy hard. Oh, shit, that's lovely. Yeah, oh, I was quite far away this time. And oh, guess those two monsters are still duking it out over there. I thankfully didn't take any physical damage there, so onward we ply. Are you guys still watching, by the way? I'm only down with 2 viewers here, so I'm not sure who else still present. That's very lovely, Sheena. That's very lovely. But honestly, running from these monsters is probably going to be my best course of action. There's another Paragon this time. We're quite a bit away, no doubt. Well, not that far this time, apparently. It's alright. Oh. Oh, there was a monster museum. Whoops. I knew we shouldn't have went to the monster museum, Edward must be thinking. Sheila, that noise is ridiculous. Ah, okay. I've just seen Louise's message about being unwell. Sorry to hear, Louise. I'll try and finish up this chapter, Andre. Since you're still with us, Louise will be able to catch up. Yeah, I really like the look of this area. I never noticed this so much the first time around. These spires appear to be focusing magical energy from a nearby source. Perhaps if a rune is marked on the spire, it will affect the flow of magic. Could the spires themselves serve as a circle of power? Spoilers, yes, they could. I wonder if casting the shield would be a good idea here, because I'm doing a lot of running about anyway, which should recover magical energy. The lever this time. Oh, I think the hell worms are going to appear here. Yeah, I was thinking that. Just because that's what happened to... who do you call him? Ricardo? I can't remember his name, but the archaeologist, essentially. Well, I wouldn't be too rude about it, Andrew, if you can be, even though this guy sounds like he's being very rude. It's always better to take the more professional attitude if possible. But I've seen like Wikipedia articles being deleted out of spite in the past before, and just people trolling and stuff like that. There was a particularly hilarious one that was done to Michael Jackson's one time, but I would just point out that like everything's being sourced. Like I mean, it's not like there's not plenty and plenty of. No, I didn't mean to actually get caught by that trapper. So there's tons of stuff that's documented for Louise's album, just as an artist in general, huh? Give me the purple, baby. Give me the purple. Can't be arsed with those losers. Come on, purple. There you go, son. Ain't got time for you, losers. Damn trappers. So, Chattur'gha, we are actually going to want this to be Xel'lotath, since we are fighting Chattur'gha. Now, this could warp us quite a bit away from what I... Ah, we're straight into one of these guys, huh? And do we have to fight him this time, or not? I'm not sure, but that's completely not my shield, which seems like a bunch of... Huh. No, then I don't have to fight him. I'm not gonna fight him. That's just a waste of sanity. And a waste of ammo. Oh, and my shield's gone again. Let's just get out of there. No one needs that drama in their life. That laddie here needs his breath back. Cardiac arrest by the looks of things. Yeah, that's right. You engaged with the moderators, hadn't you, Andrew? So it does seem a bit like nonsense to me. Right, we're more than halfway through setting the runes here. Doesn't seem to be any trappers this time around. That's a paragon this time. Now, what would be a handy rune would be one that grants us like infinite stamina. Trappers here, we should be fine. Oh, I see. That's a pretty fine, this one. Oh, they're so dramatic, aren't they? Freak out over anything. Oh, we're in here. Yeah, I ain't fighting those guys. Like, you can cast all the magic spells you want, mate. Still not gonna fight you. Sorry, I mean, if you're citing reviews, Jesus Christ, that should just be the case of being able to go, well, here's a review from this magazine. It's hardly like you're doing it on a news, an event of like history or news or politics or anything like that. They're like, it's a piece of journalism of a review about a musician. Surely they would have the fucking sense, pardon my language, gumption, to go, oh, well, that's what the sources are going to be about this kind of thing. They're hardly going to come from, you know, what other source are they going to come from? I'm actually genuinely mystified by how stupid this person must be. They must literally be like a clueless imbecile. Oh, that totally battered Masan this time. All sorts of zombies around here. Look at the Mantarok kind, though. Looks like whatever this is just cast a spell to kill. Ah, it's one of these guys. Hiya. You know, I could fight you, or I could run away. Seeing goes for you. Why even bother? Why even bother? Well, again, it sounds like this here person is literally a clueless idiot, Andre, so you'll probably be able to get it reinstated quite easily. The surprising thing is that they don't have, like, you know, better moderator to control to actually go, hang on a minute. Should we let this person do, like, a major update, you know? Especially with deleting a fucking article. Like, unless it's literally outright lies, deleting an article should only be something done in the most extreme examples, you know? Oh, that little trapper there. Glad I spotted him. Could do without my trip to Trapper Land.
No! No!
Oh, is my sanity doing that badly? Didn't even notice. Oh yeah, it's terribly. Whoops. Don't need to hear all Eddie losing his marbles. Let's booze up, baby. Anyway, it was Nakaroth, wasn't it? Absorb? Or was it Dispel? Nelketh, I think actually it was, wasn't it? Because Redgrimor was the other one, right? Hello, little fella. What on earth is this? Oh, it's just the detail of this room, huh? Huh. A huge stone block is marked with bizarre etchings dominating the room. Is it art? A memorial? A tomb of the original inhabitants? Or a bastardized interment of its loathsome conquerors? Interment is a new word on me, actually. If you want to Google. Let me know if you know what a interment is, please. Because I don't have the time to be Googling just yet. Oh, that guy. Well, the switch should be just past him, should it? Battered Basan. Looks like I actually have to fight this one. See, I'm seeing no lever to get past him. I'm gonna actually go here just to get some sanity back. Rather than wasting any more booze. You never know when I'm gonna need it. Don't know what I said. Bring out the out of shotgun now because it's a lot of fun. BAM! Hee hee! That was fun. Whoop. Off you go, fuckhead. Oh, at least it's not outright deleted. It's still ridiculous, though. So. Right, so you should summon a helper. Hopefully this time he'll actually fuck it up. No, apparently not. Does he have to summon enough help or something like that there? I can't actually remember. Oh, there he goes. Oh no, that's not it. He's just summoned help again. Whoopsie. Got time! This time it goes away. Alright. Now I just need to figure out where he's going to. Except he's strongly enchanted. Damn it. Let's chase him. Give him chases. It's the sounds I make when I move. This would be a good chance to fucking cure it, I think. Let's cure. Hey, asshole. I got my health mostly back in now there, so should be fine in theory. What the hell? He's over there? That's unfair. Yeah, I got enough health to do me for now. Oh. Down I go. Yeah, he definitely should have raised it properly. It sounds a bit ridiculous to me, Andrew. All the way over here. That was annoying that I had to fight that. Actually, you know, the second I got him to teleport away, I suppose I could have actually dealt with this. Whoops. A lot of hullabaloo there over nothing fighting that guy. This should be it more or less done. I think I got one more rune put in and that should be us, if I'm correct. Oh, Daddy's having a cardiac arrest here. Come on, Edward. You're not that unfit, are you? Sanity's back. Alright. I think it probably couldn't hurt to have a bit of health back. Oh. Apparently it could. Guess it's because this is some sort of magical area. I'm not allowed to cast it. Anyway. The one last rune to do. As far as I'm aware. Oh, that's lovely. Thank you. That's lovely. I love your cat belly. That's lovely indeed. Paragon. And that should be the spell cast. A massive dispel magic. Seems like something went wrong there. Well, heal horrors heal, but there's a lot of horrors going on right now. Guess this is our boss of the area, is dealing with these fuckers. It could be hilarious to use the elephant gun just once. Ah, damn it. Well, apparently that didn't work out well. Jesus Christ, that didn't work out. Oh, I'm gonna die, aren't I? Probably a good thing I saved. Didn't even... 2 elephant guns shots didn't take out a horror. I think the shotgun's actually better than an elephant gun, from what I could tell. maybe. Will please reload the gun. There we go. Let's finish him off. Excellent. One down. Yeah, fuck off, you big bird. Ow! That hurt, man. Oh, that's why it hurt. I'm running into his shield. Well, that's not ideal. Right, some would call that stupid. You know what? I can't be bothered fighting you. You're an arsehole. This is creep ban. But why fight what you don't need to fight? After all, survival horror, it's not fight every monster. Seems like something has respawned in here anyway, so let's not deal with that. Now, which rune did I get wrong? One spell has been described by the array. Could this be the Guardian City's weakness? If one could find how to remove magic from this area. So did I not do remove magic, essentially? I thought I did. Spell list. Dispel magic? Summon zombie magical attack? Damage field. I'm pretty sure I'd done the spell magic. Check. Nethlik and Redgermore. Did I get that wrong? Oh, Shashilib. Me that got the spell wrong, not you. Nethlik and Redgermore. So, I think it was this one, was it? Wee prick. Nethlik. Oh, absorb. Is it? No, that doesn't sound right. No, I think I definitely had that right, Netflix. So I'm not entirely sure. I must have got the wrong alignment, which is unfortunate. I was pretty sure it was the green. Oh, bollocks. Get my sanity back there. Whoopsie, again. Suppose I can always drink booze. Worst comes to worst. So if I've been getting the alignment wrong each time, but I don't think so, because... I was able to fight the Guardian by casting the green spell. So unless I'm completely wrong there. Which I don't think I have. Well, perhaps this is a good time to check the audit book. Huh. I guess so long as I had a magic attack correct, that was the main thing. Whoops. Anyway, here we go. This is going to be where we end tonight at the end of this chapter. And I think I got the right rune this time. Or I will have the right rune this time, should I say. Maybe recover the old sanity first. Yep, that was a good idea, given that Edward just started howling mad. Maybe a shield. Couldn't hurt to be shielded, could it? And maybe I should enchant this shotgun, just to be sure. And I guess I have to have blue enchanted on the shotgun. Fredo, Tazbar, Chomp. This is looking more promising, right? Yeah. This feels more like a proper cutscene. Edward's meddling with the arrays has conjured incredible energies that are now building up inside the city and can't be contained for long. Edward needs to escape the city. Well, that's what we're gonna do. Oh, hi. You seem nice, but... Already been there. Out the back door, if I recall. Glad I still got the shield on the go. Uh-oh. That looks like some sort of cosmic monsters. Let's just avoid them. Yeah, you know what? Let's just avoid any monsters if we can. That laddie needs to get his breath back here. Get your breath back, Edward. Not that frail yet. Not like you're Maximilian, you don't have that much pounds on you. Mind you, he's no athlete, I suppose. But here we go. Damn, that is some dispelling of magic. That is a massive dispelling of magic. You done good, kid. And so 48 years later, it's that fateful moment. And Edward, unfortunately, met a grisly end. He lost his head, literally. But not mentally. As Maximilian.
I bring thee grave news. The colony of Guardians in the ruins of Engar has been decimated. Without them, I fear we are lost.
Your fears are unfounded, servant. This news is irrelevant. I have seen the future that will come to pass. In this vision, I see myself crushing Xanatos, as I was destined to do. My many mouths consume its body from all sides, gnawing at it until nothing remains. This I've seen. This is what will be.
You would place all our faith in a vision?
Yes. Just as I have placed all my faith in you.
Alex finds a scrap of paper tucked between the pages of the tome. It appears to be a note from Edward. And her sanity deteriorates further. Let's read Edward's note. A small note written on a page from the tome of Eternal Darkness. Dear Alex, I have left you a surprise to keep you going when everything seems to go awry. It was my favourite tipple, and there are several barrels of it in the basement. Please help yourselves to what you can find. My guess is that I won't be needing it. Sorry. Your loving grandfather, Edward. So, guess our next destination is the basement. Let's get our sanity back completely. She's already had a bit of a battering. Mentally, we should be good here, you know. Like, can we actually get down to the basement? Yep, we can. I must have previously unlocked it. Oh yeah, literally not long ago, in fact. So, there's something stashed between the barrels port. Should Alex pull it out? And we find ourselves a pickaxe. Now the pickaxe we are going to use upstairs, believe it or not. And that is no longer a fleshy hellscape now that we've got our sanity back. Yeah. Appears to be back to normal. Good old sanity, huh? Now, this part that has always sat slightly out with the rest of the room, we can finally use a pickaxe. A hefty pickaxe for demolishing walls. Too cumbersome to be used as a weapon. It might come in handy somewhere else. Well, now is surely that time. And this is where grisly truth comes out. that stock final stabbing sound on that guy. But yeah, as you can see, things went down with Maximilian. I suppose when he seen the horrors that had lurked inside some people's bodies, he assumed that all the servants had become infested with the bone thieves. Let's dispel some magic here. Sorry, that one is blue. So I think I have to dispel it with red then, if that's the case. Nope. Apparently not. But it looks... yeah, it's definitely blue. Reveal invisible with red? Are you kidding me? Does it have to be a 3-pointer? Definitely hurts anyway. Well, dispel magic. Let's try it again. It should really have been the red though. Oh, because it's blue, the weakness is green. Sorry, I always get this wrong. Should have just cast Mandarox. Whoopsie. That took me a while to figure out. And what have we got here? An antique stethoscope, seemingly accidentally dropped into the pile of ash, glints brightly in the light of the room. Should Alex retrieve it from its bed of ashes? Yeah, why not? Something else here, of course. A scrap of paper unmarked by the fire lies amidst the bones and the ashes. Should Alex retrieve the piece of paper? She sure should. And she's found a page from the journal of Maximilian Roivas. I'll give a dramatic reading of that now, shall I? The answer is yes, I shall. The Journal of M. Roivas. Closing notes. This is a page from Maximilian Roivas' journal. It reads, as I contemplated these ideas, my suspicions of my servants grew and I became increasingly fearful of them. I began to watch them carefully. Days ago I watched one of them stretch his neck. I could have sworn I saw a twist in the most peculiar direction, and a bulge of muscle tissue collect and grow in the most incorrect of manners. As if bone were being displaced from its proper location and something else was moving in its place. I stumbled away knowing that I was surrounded by unholy creatures that wore the skins of mortal men and women. I had to take action. Dear God, let my hand be swift and merciful, lest the world see more of these diabolical creatures. Now, it could very well have been a bone thief and just everybody thought he was insane. But maybe not every servant was demonic, but hey, as we now... Oh god! I didn't actually think it was going to be one of these fuckers. But as we now reach near the end of the story, unfortunately, yeah. What this means is Alex's world's just got a lot more dangerous. Oh, 2 of them! Fuck sticks. I wasn't expecting 2, and now I'm getting sunlocked, am I? Well, Christ. I ain't dealing with bone thieves if I don't have to. Finally, Alex's world's just got a lot more dangerous. Finally, the otherworldly horrors have encroached upon her real life. Maybe her sanity's just deteriorated that much, though? There's an argument for that to be made, right? Something up there's caught our attention, but I'm not sure what it is. I'm not actually sure what's through this door. Brass framework hangs from the ceiling, cradling the globe on the observatory above. It seems to have been modified, now part of some elaborate locking mechanism. Ah. this room before, have we? Well, this sounds like it's going to be a puzzle. Eventually. We are nearing the end of our story. What I'm going to be using here is a stethoscope. Now that Alex has a stethoscope, she can easily hear the tumblers inside. To open the safe, the dial should be turned to the right until the tumblers can be heard falling into place, then turned left until the same sound is heard, and finally to the right until the sound of the safe being unlocked is heard. So, that is right, left, right. Too far, so it was about 60, wasn't it? Am I going too slowly? 60-80, so sorry. Ah, you do the full rotation, don't you, before it counts? Okay, 60, 81, 50. 60, 81, 50. Well, let's reset that again. Now I know better, right? Oh, I went too far again. God damn it, I hate doing saves, especially in real life. Doobie. Here we go back in. It's so imprecise too. Did I screw it up again? I did, didn't I? I'm trying to really carefully flick the stick when I do that there, but it's quite fidgety, believe me. Oh, for fuck's sake! I am not good at this. Went over it again. I'm actually flicking the stick when I do that, believe it or not. Yeah, I agree, Sheila, it's terrible. Finally! Sorry about that. But hey, we've got quite a lot in here. At the safe's door, as the safe's door hinges open, its contents are revealed. Many important items left behind by Edward lie on the shelves inside. Should Alex collect the items? So we got the essence of Ulyaoth. Not only that, but we found a crankshaft. And we found a letter from Edward, her grandfather. And finally, we found a chapter page entitled Ashes to Ashes.
A storm approaches, Augustus. A storm of metal and fire. And a torrent of souls along with it. Young and vibrant.
Yes, I have seen it coming. A worthy sacrifice, I am sure, and one that will allow the greater guardian that resides below to finish its channeling. This sacrifice of souls I make unto thee, Great One. The gate shall be ready to be opened, and your freedom shall be at hand.
Well, let's read this letter from Edward.
Dear Alexandra, if you are reading this, Alex, then I am surely dead. Knowing that the police will contact my only living relative, I made sure to leave this message for you. As I write this letter, Pius Augustus is waiting for his chance to strike me down for what I have done to the Guardian City. I believe I have slowed Augustus's plans, but not stopped them completely. He will still try to bring his ancient into this world. You must continue what our ancestor Max has started. You must gather the artifacts and call forth an ancient to combat what Augustus brings into this world. Of the artifacts, there are 4. But one of these is in the clutches of Pius himself. They are the Black Heart of Mantarok, the Claw of Chiturga, the Sigil of Zelototh, the Veil of Uliauth. Your skill in the arcane science will not be as strong as Pius's, who has had 2 millennium to prepare his gate. You will need all the remaining artifacts to match his power. It all rests with you, my dear. I wish you well in this desperate act. I wish I had more guidance for you, but I am at my wit's end, and I feel I am running out of time. Your loving grandfather, Edward.
Well, we do have the essence of Uliauth. We do have the essence of Mantarok, but Chiturga, Pius will have in this timeline, and there will also be the case of him having well, we don't know what's happened to the one of Zelototh, but we're going to find out. However, that's something we're going to do next time. But to see what's in store, I will start this last chapter page and then call it a night. So let's see what Ashes to Ashes is about, eh?
Wherever disaster and death lurk, there is likely to be an ancient just beyond our senses, waiting. They prey on our misfortune and exploit it toward their own twisted ends. When hundreds of oil fields are set ablaze on the heels of war, the ancient's grip tightens, knowing that lives will be forfeit and resources squandered. But a few people make a difference. People like Michael Edwards, a Canadian industrial firefighter hired to put an end to the insanity at the end of the war. Ironically for him, the insanity was just beginning.
So we're in the Middle East in 1991.
How's the temperature in there?
It's hotter than hell here. I'm getting a little nervous about this one. It feels more out of control than the others. More powerful. I don't know how else to describe it.
This is the safest way to blow out these things. You've done this enough to know that. It's by the numbers. It's all good. Just relax.
The silicone cloth and the water spray are there, so you're probably right. We've got 500 pounds of 80% nitroglycerin-grade dynamite all in place. We're good to go.
Edwards, you can pull your team back now. Get your team to a safe distance and we'll try to kill the fire.
Sure thing. Coming back now.
We're getting a pressure increase at the well cap. It's gonna tear itself apart. Hurry! Get your team out of...
That's one of the lower quality FMVs. Perhaps they were running out of the budget around here. But we're finally back to here again. This, as I've said before, this is probably my least favorite area of the Explorer. Don't mind doing it with Pius, but the fact that you have to come back to it 3 times really cheeses me off. I suppose you can argue you have to do that there with the church as well, but there's something about the church's atmosphere I prefer to this. These generic kind of like ruins, less interesting.
They're all dead! McCormick, Patterson, all gone. Looks like they've been buried alive under tons of concrete.
Spoilers, they were. Oh hey, it's Roberto.
Guard it well. Many have perished for it. Take it. Take it to the ruins of Engal. At the ruins, a gathering of light.
You want me to take this to some ruins under a house in Rhode Island?
Take it. Save us. All.
Sensing the danger, Mike protects his hands from the insidious magic by using his coat to carefully pick the artifact from the debris-strewn floor. And we got the essence of Zelatath, so... We also find ourselves a ruby effigy, a sapphire effigy. Well, seems like we're gonna need a whole lot of effigies, but all we got here is a flashlight, a fire axe. Fire axe could be fun, especially for these fuckers. Oh dear, Michael doesn't have a ton of health. What he does with an axe. So it's his sanity that's not great, sorry. My health is fine. In fact, he's got tons of health. I suppose being a firefighter in the Middle East. He's in pretty good physical shape, however. There's a slight problem with, you know, his sanity. Guess he's not seen enough horror movies. This is causing him mental issues. Oh, we can just axe the crap out of these losers. And then I should be now safe enough to save. But yeah, I guess Michael's mind's kind of blown that such a place like this could exist. Can't get him to examine the artifact, can I? That's a shame. I'd like him to examine the tower, bone tower. I suppose he's already passed his comments on it. Anyway. What have we got here? But a desiccated corpse lies sprawled in the temple floor, dressed in desert combat fatigues. A rifle, pistol, a variety of ammunition lie about him. The soldier appears to have gone down fighting. She might collect the weapons? Hell yeah, we got ourselves an assault rifle finally. Some ammunition and some pistols, as well as grenades. Well, looks like Michael might be a bit of a winner here. Not sure how we use the grenades. Do we just chuck grenades? I can use them with the rifle. Nice. Well. We may be back here again, but Michael is well equipped for it. So I'm going to save my game and bid you adieu for the evening. Next time at Turtle Darkness, we'll be continuing the story with Michael Edwards in 1991 in the Middle East. And actually, next time I will be able to finish up the game if I do another 2-hour session. But for now, I am exhausted. I am going to go to bed. So, cheers for watching for so long. I appreciate it. And yeah, next time, the end of Eternal Darkness. Adios.